Welcome back. It is perhaps the architectural challenge of this century to build a spectacular and functional building that's environmentally sustainable and leaves little or no carbon footprint. Developers of the iconic Battersea power station say they've come up with the answer, an eco-experiment that will cost £4 billion. They plan to create an eco-village on the land around the building and ventilate it with a new 300-metre-high chimney. Our arts reporter Stephanie West was shown inside the station.
Built to a lavish design in 1933, developers have refused to give up on this iconic Art Deco building, even though it's been a shell of its former self for years. 18 months ago, the crumbling power station, its colossal concrete chimneys, and the 38 acres of land it sits in changed hands for £400 million. Today, developers unveiled a master plan that they believe will cost £4 billion, but also help save the environment.
Part of the brief that we got was to try to create an environment that could legitimately maintain not just a carbon zero that may be a catchword, but really a substantial reduction in consumption.
At the heart of the development will be a new 300-metre-high chimney, twice as tall as those of the historic power station, which will act as a ventilation tower for an eco-village of offices and homes. Anticipating his critics, its architect says this is nothing to do with ego, but is driven by physics, and it will be a power station for the 21st century.
It's about purpose more than anything. So the idea with this object is that you should not conceive it as a building, but as an environmental device. It's essentially something that comes into the sort of jargon of architecture from a completely different point than just form making.
Unveiling their vision today, the developers played on the history of the building, which once supplied a fifth of the capital's power.
There were fears right from the start about the effect its pollution might have on London's famous buildings, parks and works of art. Architect Sir Giles Gilbert Scott, the man behind the UK's trademark red telephone booths, and London's Bankside Station, now the Tate Modern, played a key role in the design of Battersea Power Station.
And today they pledged to restore the original station to its Art Deco glory, to turn the control room into the Energy Museum. This is one of the few parts of the building that is just as it was. But developers say that they've had to shore up their ceilings to stop rain ruining what's left. And this vision can only happen if they get planning permission. And this is where so many ideas have faltered before. This vast space, all 6 acres of it, has been waiting for a new purpose for a quarter of a century. In the 80s, the whole of the boiler room, floor upon floor, was ripped out by the owners of Alton Towers to make way for a new theme park. But that, like so many plans, never happened. With the redevelopment of this landmark, made famous by the Pink Floyd cover Animals and then appropriated here by the Simpsons movie, there's a feeling it'll happen when pigs fly. But the Irish millionaires behind the new plan put eco-design at the heart of all their developments, which is why they believe it's worth another shot. If they do get planning permission, work will start in 2011 and continue in stages until 2019.